People say there's no affordable housing in Ontario. Guys, you could live in this shack for just $13.50 a month.
Rent in Canada, oh my god, is it ever expensive. Not only are you going to deal with expensive rent, you could deal with scams and also people taking advantage of you, whether they're a landlord or someone who wants you to move in. Females only. Have you seen those ads? Oh boy, we're going to discuss all of this in today's video. I'm just glad I'm not renting anymore. Jeez, like it would really suck to succumb to the crap that's going on in the Canadian rental market right now, especially in bigger cities. Not even just bigger cities, just places in Ontario or BC are so expensive. A lot of landlords are taking advantage of that fact. So let's take a look at these videos today. Very depressing subject matter, so strap in for this one.
People say there's no affordable housing in Ontario. Guys, you could live in this shack for just $13.50 a month. So BlogTO posted this a few days ago, and it is just one of many of the horrid rentals we have seen. This was advertised on Facebook Marketplace, and I don't know about you, but look at the possibilities. It was a home in Sudbury advertised as a studio with one bathroom, and as you can imagine, this made its way to Reddit, and people had some comments. While many people thought this was a joke, or at least they hoped it's a joke, one person, come on, they could get a few bunk beds in there. Imagine the profit potential. And again, this unfortunately is a weird trend. There's been a number of these lately, including a one-bedroom apartment in North York for 6 people at $480 each, a laundry room that they turned into a, quote, studio in Brampton for $550, and a mattress packed into the corner of a living room in Ottawa for $500 per month. So hey, maybe the shack is not looking too bad.
I just like how the ad even said that there's no door. Like, you're in Ontario, there's so many flies during the summer. So you're probably going to want a door on that little shack. But I don't know, it feels almost like the ad was a joke. But leave your thoughts about it down below in the comment section. I can honestly see it being real.
Ontario landlords have created a new bad tenant list, and it's going viral. Let's take a look. On this site, you can search up anybody's name or address, and it'll automatically search through thousands of court documents. This person says that their tenant hasn't paid rent since last fall, and after hearing about the new site, they looked up the tenant's name and found that they had done this 3 previous times in the last 3 years. The website is called Open Room. The founder of this site made the database after she was dealing with a bad tenant for over 2 years. It finally ended with a sheriff eviction and a cost of over $35,000. About 130,000 people have visited the site, and over 2 million searches have already been conducted. This person was about to rent out their home to a tenant, but after they looked up the tenant's name on Open Room, they found that the tenant had been living in their prior property for 7 months without paying rent. But this is not all without some controversy. The head of a tenants association said the system could be used to blacklist tenants for frivolous reasons, and that you're basically creating a homeless person. So let me know in the comments what you guys think about all of this.
Basically creating a homeless person, so that is scary. The level of surveillance now to renters in this country is brutal. So essentially, if you don't pay your rent, you could end up in this database. So good luck with that. That's brutal. This is why I'm happy to not be a renter anymore, because landlords are just going to keep finding new ways to reject people. Absolutely brutal.
Welcome back to the only show that takes you inside someone else's apartment so that you can judge if it's a ripoff. It's MTV Cribs for broke people.
Come on in.
And we're at the smallest apartment in Vancouver.
My name is Zephyr.
How much do you pay for rent?
$1,000. It's 120 square feet, so it's 10 feet by 12 feet.
Zephyr has been living in this Gastown bachelor apartment for the last 3 years of his life, and he is glass half full.
Bunk bed is nice because it's like I got 2 floors. What I did is I got these cinder blocks so I could lift the bed up so I'd have more space down, and I measured it so I could walk underneath it, and then I got it wrong.
Zephyr demonstrated how he gets in his bed at night as Zephyr free solos to his cot.
At the bed.
This might be the dumbest thing I've ever seen with my eyes.
Get my girlfriend up, I have to get another chair.
But give him a break, he is studying. Zephyr's bathroom is outside his unit.
A lot of people, when I tell them I don't have a bathroom, they're like, how do you not live? But I got 8 bathrooms. Get down, I gotta
Spider-Man. Yeah. So what do you guys think? Is this a ripoff? I'm pretty sure the only person who would ever say this is a good deal is a landlord.
Wait, tell me to stop.
Please stop paying this price, Zephyr. You're so nice.
Then you can.
Oh my god. $1,000 a month, and you gotta Spider-Man your way up and down to get to your bed to go to sleep every night. And then you have to get outside of your tiny 100 square foot apartment to use the washroom. This is crazy. This is like worse than Tokyo.
Nobody talking about the sex for rent ads that are all over Toronto. There was a recent CBC Marketplace expose that essentially found there is a growing trend of sex for rent ads on popular rental websites like Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, Kijiji, where people are essentially targeting young women and international students. Are vague and that give literally no information and are only seeking specifically a female tenant and offering some sort of alternate arrangement for rental payments. Others are like blatantly clear. These situations also escalate into human trafficking. So as soon as, the woman falls into the trap or gets into the situation, it's extremely difficult to get out, and sometimes they end up still in the situation because the downside of leaving is even worse than staying. Also seems like even after this expose, there's no real consequences that we're seeing. Like, I could still find a bunch of these ads on Craigslist. This one is $1 for 1 bedroom, free room for a student. Looking to help out a young student struggling with housing, you can stay at my place for free. It's on the subway line. Include your photographs if you're interested. This one's a little bit more clear with the intentions. Daddy can pay rent for student girl. Daddy can rent you place, or daddy can pay your rent for your place or help you pay your bills. Daddy looking young, clean, friendly daughter for ongoing meetings. For a sex secretary, I have a lot of Excel data entry and it would be nice to have a cute, fun female to help me relax. Can be live in or live out. Ideal for student/international student. No, these are not from the expose. These literally I got off Craigslist. Let's see. Looking for nice, sexy roommate to share my condo. Cable, utilities, Wi-Fi included. Email to discuss. Good for student or short term. No first and last required. Seeking live-in girlfriend. But here you actually have to pay $750 a month. Can you imagine? You have to pay $750 a month for 200 square feet and to live with someone who... I can't. I truly don't understand how I haven't seen more content about this on social media. This is crazy that this is happening. And for people who have been around my page for a while, you might remember the shared queen bed video that I posted like a year and a half ago. This is far worse.
Well, I've actually done some content on this as well. I think a few weeks back I did a video on this same topic, the sex for rent ads. It's brutal, what's going on, absolutely disgusting. It's pretty much prostitution at this point, but just like reading them, it almost is so disgusting and creepy that's comical at this point. Looking for daddy to pay for you. Daddy, oh my God, I cringe whenever I hear that phrase now. It's absolutely disgusting. Ugh. Sends like shivers down my spine. But this is where we're at in Canada right now. People are taking advantage of how brutal the rental system is and how expensive everything is in Canada. They're doing it in the most disgusting ways. Leave your thoughts about this video's subject down below in the comment section. And again, I hope you guys learned something. And if that thing is that Canada is expensive, and that's the only thing you've learned, please leave it down below in the comment section. Hopefully things get better in the next few years, but I'm not super hopeful. Leave your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.